Hi guys! So today I'm sharing my M&M cookie recipe with you. I posted a photo of these cookies back in September and there were a couple of people who wanted to know what recipe I use. And if there's a few people asking, I know that there are probably more who maybe were afraid to ask or just didn't ask for whatever reason but would like to know. So I'm going to share it with you guys right now. It's very easy and these cookies turn out perfect every single time. I've used other recipes for M&M cookies and I never really liked the consistency of the cookie or the flavor, but for this one, I use this recipe over and over again, and I just love the way they turn out. And what you need is some butter, some brown sugar, some regular granulated sugar, egg, flour, baking soda, salt, and of course, M&M's. So here we go. Start by adding 2 sticks or 1 cup of room temperature butter into a bowl. Then you're going to add in 2/3 a cup granulated sugar and 2/3 a cup packed brown sugar. As you can see, I really packed my brown sugar nice and tight in my glass, so I had to grab a fork to get it all out. But once I get it all out, I have my sugar and my butter in the bowl, and I'm gonna beat it together with my hand mixer until it's nice and creamy. Next, you're gonna add 1 egg and 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then you're gonna mix it all together. Once it's all mixed together, I'm going to set this bowl aside and I'm going to grab another bowl to combine 2 cups of flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to use just a hand whisk to mix it all together and get out any of the clumps before I add it into my other bowl. You can use a sifter if you have a sifter. Either method works. Just use whatever option you have in your kitchen before you combine the 2 bowls of ingredients. Now I'm going to add my flour mixture that I just made to my butter mixture from earlier. I'm just going to add it in very slowly, a little bit at a time, until I have it all combined. Once I have all of my ingredients combined together, I'm just going to scrape down my bowl with a spatula, make sure it's all mixed together, and then I'm going to add 1 1/2 cups of M&M's. Sometimes I add more, sometimes I add less. It's totally up to you how many you like, but usually 1 1/2 cups is pretty good. I'm going to mix it all together with my spatula and then also with my hand mixer to make sure that it's all throughout my dough. I want every single cookie to have an M&M in it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab my cookie tray, and then I like to put aluminum foil on it. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I always use aluminum foil because it's just easier, less cleanup, nothing sticks. That's just what I like to do. But if you have a nonstick sheet, that's great. Whatever you want to use, wax paper, parchment paper, it's totally up to you. I'm going to put my aluminum foil on my cookie sheet, and I'm going to start using a ice cream scoop to scoop out each cookie so they're all about the same size. I want them to be uniform. Now, I typically make small cookies. I just use 1 scoop from my ice cream scoop, but I want them to be a little bit bigger this time. I don't know why, that's just what I want. So I'm going to use about 1 1/2 scoops from my ice cream scooper, and then I'm just going to form them together with my hand, just roll them into a ball, make sure that they look pretty good, and then I'm going to even them out on my cookie sheet. These cookies will spread out a little bit. They don't spread out really far, but they spread out a little bit. So I want to make sure that there's enough distance between each cookie that they don't stick together. Once I have all of my cookies on my sheet, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven that has been preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake them for about, I think I baked these for about 20 minutes. If it was just a smaller cookie, it would be about 8 to 10 minutes. These are pretty big and thick, so these are going to be about 20 minutes in the oven at 350. My cookies have been baking. They are all out of the oven. They look perfect. They're all about the same size, a little bit crispy on the edge, but not too crispy. And with these cookies, if you want them to be a little bit less done, if you want them to be more done, just bake them longer or for less time. It's totally up to you. I bake these for about 20 minutes, like I said before, and they're perfect for me. I'm just going to remove them from my aluminum foil and put them onto a little serving tray, and they're done. And they are perfect. They are so delicious. These are my absolute favorite go-to M&M cookies. So I hope that you guys like this recipe, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thanks, guys.